cower. Obviously, he's a strong fighter. I watched it back, but it felt like a slip. Jamie said, look, I'm starting to slip behind now, so. But I knew I couldn't take too many gambles. He's a hell of a fighter, two-time world champion, so I think I come back into it, scored the 2 knockdowns, and started to progress from there.
You mentioned that 5th round, that is when the momentum certainly seemed to change, and certainly the pace of the fight. You talked about a slip there. What do you remember from when you were, it was scored a knockdown, of course, in that 5th round?
Coming on, we were coming forward, throwing some shots. It probably glanced off me, I felt the slip, I went over. I wasn't buzzed, but I got a count, so obviously I knew that it's a 10-out round, need to get it back.
A massive moment for you in that 9th round, but coming into the 10th, the verdict from commentary was Jack Catterall needs to jump on Regis Prograis now, but it seemed that word patience was very important to you tonight.
Yeah, we had to stay disciplined. You can't be taking too many risks. After that strong round, I knew I needed to press, but at the same time you don't want to go in reckless against a strong fighter like Regis.
It seems where you're at now, like we say, a world title shot is next, and we're going to ask Eddie Hearn about that. But what does Jack Catterall have his eyes on now? When you look at the champions, you're so well positioned. This is your WBO international belt as well. What is the preference for you, Jack?
I would love to come back to the corporate fight. I know there's plenty of big fights in my division. Eddie's the man, matchroom. We've got all the world champions, all the world titles. I want a world title next.
Just before we bring in Eddie Hearn, I'm going to give a chance for Regis Prograis to speak. A round of applause for Regis Prograis, a brilliant fighter. Regis, commiserations. You said you had a brilliant camp and things have felt different for you heading into this fight than they had in the Haney fight and they had in the Zorilla fight, but over the 36 minutes, what perhaps weren't you able to effectively execute against Jack Catterall?
Listen, Jack was just better, that's all. Jack was the better man, I'm not gonna lie, I just feel like he was the better man. He deserves a world title fight. I mean, I think, to be honest, I fought the best of them so far. I think Jack is probably the top I fought, so he definitely deserves a world title next. Give this man a round of applause. Hope Eddie Hearn, Sam Jones do the right thing, give him a world title, he definitely deserves it. Just like he said, you know, I had my time in the sun, and it's time to turn over him. Good job, Jack. Really good, bro. Really, I fought the best of him. He was the best so far, you know, and I'll give you tips. I'll talk to you about that later. Yeah.
That's certainly a serious compliment to receive there, Jack, from Regis. And in terms of the fight, obviously heading into this, Regis, the big verdict from you was the dream to become a 3-time world champion. Where does tonight leave that ambition for you now?
Now it might be time to go to bare knuckle or something like that. I think that's listen, let him go. He has the WBO International now, let him go be a champion. Obviously I will talk to my team and stuff, but I think maybe 12 rounds might be too much for me now. You know, I started fading in the later rounds. I hurt my knee, I hurt my ankle. You know, and it's not because of I don't know, but it's because it's just getting too long, I think. So I think for now, I'm going to bare knuckle, do something else, and let the young guys take over, you know?
Regis, whatever you do next, you put New Orleans on the map, a brilliant 14-year professional journey as a boxer, 2-time world champion. Whatever you do next, we wish you all the very best. It's great to see the respect. Let's bring in promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, firstly, just your verdict, watching that from ringside.
You know, it was a high-level fight. 3 rounds were cagey, and then the knockdown really spurred it into action. But can I just say as well, Regis Prograis, proper fighter, came over from America to risk it in a 50-50. He done his ankle, he got knocked down, he got hurt, he never stopped trying. Absolute warrior, whatever he does next. But this guy is probably the most underrated fighter in the world, right? What an 11 months, right? In 11 months, he's headlined in Liverpool, he beat Jorge Linares, he's headlined in Leeds, he beat Josh Taylor, and now he's headlined for the first time at Co-op Live in Manchester and beat Regis Prograis, all in 11 months. And in the words of the great Sam Jones, right hand on God, this man needs a world title shot next.
In terms of who, when you look at the preference of the champions, a big fight coming up December 7th, Puerto Rico, Richardson Hitchens, Liam Paro. Is that the winner of that versus Jack?
Of course, for us, we have Liam Paro fighting Richardson Hitchens December 7th in Puerto Rico. The winner of that fight, we want to put that straight forward to them to fight Jack Catterall next. For me, this WBO belt, he should be #1 with the WBO. I would love to bring Teofimo Lopez to Manchester as well and give him a good ass kicking. I would love to see that, and Jack can do it, but whatever way it goes. And I've got to say as well, the support from Chorley has been absolutely fantastic. They've helped him around 11 months all around. And, you know, in a world full of screaming and shouting and flash watches and flash cars and this and that and your mama's this and your mama's that, how good is it to have a proper good man representing Chorley, Lancashire, Great Britain. He deserves a world title fight. He's one of the top fighters in Britain. Jack Catterall, I believe, could well be the #1 in the division. Time to finally prove it. Thank you everyone, thank you Co-op Live, thank you The Zone. Well done, Jack, you're a hell of a fighter.
Jack, last couple to you. I'm not sure if you ever got your honeymoon with your wife. Lauren, you got married just after the Josh Taylor fight, of course, but perhaps a little scouting report and honeymoon